I'm really loving Marvel's new What If series, and I've been spending a lot of time rewatching the first episode. Besides Captain Carter's awesome fight scenes, of which there are many, I love all the little twists that the show puts on classic plot points from the original MCU shows. Now, I like to think of Star Wars Theory as the what if version of this, except just really low budget. Now, my favorite twist in Marvel's What If was what happened with Bucky Barnes. As you'll remember in Captain America, the First Avenger, Cap and the Howling Commandos went on a mission to capture Arnim Zola. They received intel that he would be traveling by train through the Central Eastern Alps, and so devised a plan to zipline on top of the train and then board it. In the original movie, the mission didn't go according to plan. The side of the train was blown open and Bucky Barnes fell into the valley below. This, of course, led to his capture by Soviets, and then his eventual transformation into the Winter Soldier with the help of Arnim's undercover Hydra agents within S.H.I.E.L.D. But in this episode of What If, something entirely different happened. Since Peggy Carter became the Super Soldier and not Steve Rogers, the plan to capture Arnim Zola had a twist. Rogers, in his Hydra Stomper armor, would slow the train down by standing on the tracks. The remaining Howling Commandos then boarded the train with Captain Carter at their lead. At one point, Bucky Barnes slipped, and fans like you and I knew what was about to happen. He was going to fall into the ravine below, get picked up by the Hydra soldiers, and become the world's most terrifying assassin. But in a funny wink and smile to fans, Captain Carter simply grabs Bucky, preventing him from falling down, and thereby completely avoiding his entire development as the Winter Soldier. It was only a small moment, but it was something I really appreciated about the show. To be honest, I was a little bit worried about these what ifs. The premises, when Marvel first announced them, I was like, okay, well, is this going to be just them changing the entire storyline just for the sake of political reasons or anything just lame? But instead of putting cool spins on situations like the comics do, they just seem to change the characters. So instead of Steve Rogers as Captain America, Peggy Carter was Captain America. Instead of Peter Quill becoming Star-Lord, T'Challa becomes Star-Lord. The comics are very different, and I'm going to be covering them for sure here on the channel, so stay tuned for that. Now, in the comics, the what-if scenarios are all pretty awesome and unique. What if Spider-Man joined the Fantastic Four? What if Thor was the Herald of Galactus? What if Spider-Man killed Kraven the Hunter? If you have a pull list at your local comic book shop, then you probably know that a lot of these what-if storylines actually came to be in the main 616 universe. Because it's hard to find new stuff to write about when you've been publishing the same comic for nearly 80 years, but still, my point remains. The comic book what-ifs are a lot more unique than the ones we'll be getting in the MCU, but after watching the first episode with Captain Carter, I don't really care. The show is awesome, and it's filled with moments like this one, where Captain Carter voids the entire premise of 2 movies and a TV show, Winter Soldier, Civil War, and Falcon and Winter Soldier, by simply offering her hand to Bucky. I know you guys probably noticed this moment while you were watching the episode, but I loved it so much I just wanted to geek out and talk about it a little bit more. So what do you guys think? Are you liking the what if? Where do you want to see it go? What would you love to see, perhaps from the comics, be turned into an animation or something totally new? Thanks for watching this video. Until the next one, remember, with great power comes great responsibility.